Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We're back today with a game called Conan Exiles. I've been playing it for the last few days, giving Enshrouded a break for a little while. But one thing I want to point out for this video is a good starting location. Well, maybe not starting location per se, as opposed to some other locations, but this is a good resource spot. If you look on the map here, on the very far eastern edge, it'll take a little bit of a jog, and you probably have to make some smaller bases along the way to get here. But this is a good base for making for resources, resource gathering. You've got sulfur in these locations also along the coast. You've got iron deposits that are like right near this location. They're up against this cliff face here. So you got sulfur for making steel. You need steel. You need sulfur and tar to make your steel fire, which allows you to make steel. You've got gorillas that are all throughout this area that give you fur and thick hides. That's good for some of your heavy armors that you need. Or maybe not need, but if you want to have heavy armor, then it's a good idea to, you're going to need thick hide. Now it doesn't have elephants, so it's not going to give you some of the armors that require elephant hides, but if you need thick hides for thick leather or whatever, or thick leather? That's here. Yeah, thick leather. Thought so. Just gonna double check myself. And then something else that's good is up on top of that cliff face there, there's all sorts of Lemurian potential thralls. And they're good for mid-tier thralls. They're not going to be the best, but they are going to be better than some of the thralls you could get in the starting locations. Yeah, they get pretty easily can get up to 1,000. Well, of course, Tesla's blade I got hurt from down south, but here they're getting close to the level 10 mark, and they're still almost 1,000 hit points without any of the perks. So they give decent stats for your starting out thralls, or at least a good mid-range thrall for exploring middle of the map and stuff. Other things you can get into here. I do have a base I like to build over here because it's outside of for my starting base where this pitfall pass is. In this area here, it's just outside the range of any sandstorms, and you have your green areas for various creatures and stuff. And you signed your death warrant. Woo! Your father will level up. So yeah, you got birds for eggs and meat and regular hides. You got plenty of greenery for trees and shrubs and stuff for for the my brain's brain dumping. Anyways, but yeah, greenery and stuff around here for your wood supplies and other things. Of course, you have water right nearby. So right here, right in this spot, is a decent spot for building. There's also down in this water down here, there's a few chests with gold and silver materials. Pardon me. And across there, you've got some of those lizard-like rhinoceros-type creatures. They can give you some lizard skins or lizard hides, whatever. Got deer. So this spot right here is a decent spot for getting various resources. So even a couple flat spots for putting down wheels of pain. Although of course you can flatten out areas by putting down foundations and stuff. But yeah, it's a good spot for if you're looking for iron, steel, wood, some decent mid-range thralls, materials for heavy armor. Yeah. So yeah, again, that is right here by the south of the forgotten city of Xel-ha. Xel-ha. Pagoda, Boundless Lust. If you want to get the whatever goddess or whatever it is, lust or whatever it is, that's their religion spot there. I think you can even get their priestess, tier 4 priestess, I think, maybe, possibly. But even if you can't get her as your own person, you can interact with them and learn more about that religion, if you will. So yeah, and like I say, Sulfur is all along this coast here. There's one spot, I think, somewhere around here for getting sulfur, I think. There's like a sulfur tree or something. I think, but don't quote me, it's been a while since I played the game, so. And I haven't gone re-exploring of this map. I've come up along the coast, and then, like I say, I've built a base here. I do my biggest starting base here because it's easy to defend. It's a good area of basic resources, and it's like stone and wood. You can get your kitties. There's like panther babies all throughout here, maybe some rhino babies somewhere in this area. Either in here, I think it is, where you can find rhino babies, but it's in this vicinity anyways. Actually, so yeah, it's across the river. Yeah, so it's probably in this area. Down in here somewhere. I think that's where you get the rhino babies and panther babies. Yeah, down in here. There's a Snake Island there. Panthers along in here. Probably more thralls through here. So, in times past, I put a little base here and capture thralls and make them into my followers. But that is a good starting spot for a good resource base down here underneath of Xel-ha. So, thanks again for watching. This is Cal Knight, and I am signing out.